travel from country to country, you got no feelings, you have no money. Evil terrorist mentality, driving the nation back to slavery, riding these people back like donkey, treating them just like that for money. Little boy, clap and for mommy, till daddy come. Daddy go out begging for something to come. Clap and for mommy, till daddy come. Daddy don't get nothing for baby and mom. Little boy, you do damn right.
No work, no food tonight.
You playing big and you feel you bright.
No work, no food tonight.
Little boy, you do damn right.
No work, no food tonight.
Teacher Clarice go teach you a lesson.
No work, no food tonight.
Little boy, you do damn right.
No work, no food tonight.
You playing big and you feel you bright.
No work, no food tonight.
A pleasant good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen, and how are we doing this afternoon?
Teacher Clarice go teach you a lesson. Night and day you going and TV, you go do.
It is another wonderful day in Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique. I hope everybody is having themselves a wonderful, wonderful day, right?
No work, no food tonight.
We are back again.
No work,
This is the Class in Session program,
no work.
hosted by yours truly, Royalty James.
Teach you a lesson.
We are going to have another intriguing conversation, another intriguing evening. How are we doing? Where are you listening from?
Oh, yeah. Cool. Hey, hey, hey. Every day the things I see in tribulation, emancipation, to have the people in this street ball, treating them just like we did.
Imagine Tangla singing this song right now, right here,
That's this family.
this year.
Little boy, clap and for mommy, till daddy come. Daddy go out begging for something.
Good evening to the persons on my Facebook and YouTube page. Good evening to each and every one of you.
He don't get nothing for baby.
To the persons out there in the diaspora, good evening, good evening, good evening.
No food tonight.
Playing big and you feel you bright.
No work, no food tonight.
Little boy, you do damn alright.
Go ahead right now and share the live.
Teacher Clarice go.
Let them know that I'm here, man.
No food tonight.
Little boy, you do damn alright.
No work, no food tonight.
Playing big and you feel you bright.
No work, no food tonight.
I think we should take over that one.
Damn alright.
No work, no food tonight.
I think we should start over that one, boy.
Night and day you going and
We should start over that one from Changla. What you find?
you don't want me to help nobody. Promoting violence and lazy. Little boy.
Yes. It's going to be an interactive evening. Remember, on Wednesdays, we try to get interactive, whether in the comment section or you want to call in on WhatsApp. The number is 536-5843.
You neighbors and friends.
Look across your screen, you will see it going right across.
You losing to
Fear not to call via WhatsApp
get you. Robbing.
or text some information to me.
We're not the first friend.
As long as it's not obscene, insultive, defamative,
Oh, mommy,
or threatening,
come.
persons are going to know the opinion that you have, right?
You come. Clap and for mommy, till daddy come. Daddy don't get nothing for baby and mom. Little boy, you do
So I'm seeing 22 persons already on my Facebook page,
feel you bright.
but only one share.
Tonight.
The maths don't match it.
Alright.
No work,
If there are 23 persons there,
Clarice go.
there should be 23 shares, right?
tonight.
23 persons supposed to hit share.
No food tonight.
Let them know that we're on.
You feel you bright.
No work, no food tonight.
Little boy, you do damn alright.
No work, no food tonight.
Teacher Clarice go teach you a lesson. Night and day you going and
I realize the persons on my YouTube page are off to a very steady start this evening, boy.
violence and lazy. Little boy, you do
Miriam, Faith Lane,
playing
Agnes Henry,
bright.
Kathleen Lendo,
Tonight.
Little boy,
Barbara Henry,
I'm alright.
Bear my brother, good evening. Clive Raymond,
Teach you a lesson.
April Fletcher, Red Girl Pascal, Alban Harris, Baby Daddy, good evening. And my loving student, Miss Marilyn Ferguson, Sky, Anna Lewis, Jenny Samuel, Errol Bonaparte. Good evening to you guys over on my YouTube page, right?
Evil terrorist mentality, driving the nation back to slavery, riding these people back like donkey, treating them just like that.
Let's share right now.
Little boy, clap and for mommy, till dad,
Realize I didn't get my water ready, boy.
begging for something to come. Clap and for mommy, till daddy come. Daddy don't get nothing for baby and mom. Little boy, you do damn alright.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was the voice of our dear brother as he has passed on to the great beyond, the voice of Tangla, a hit song in 2002. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we want to start this evening by saying good evening to everyone out there in PD Martinique. Today, I want to just say good evening to the special people out there in PD Martinique. And also, let me not forget the persons working at the tuck shop at the Happy Hills Secondary School who would have reminded my son to give you all a hail out good evening to you guys. He definitely can't remember your all names. He said he normally addresses you guys by Tanti. So he said, tell your guys that, he said that your guys said to give them a shout out. I guess he's only wanting to do that to get free lunch. Remember, he does have lunch money. Don't give you anything free. Make sure he pays. But however, the ladies out there at the tuck shop at the Happy Hills Secondary School, my son Javion, he says to give you guys a shout out. So good evening to you guys and God's blessings. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let we start the day properly with our conversations. All right. I'm going to take a listen to it, my dear brother. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to start by saying hats off. And we would have seen some of the images by our dear brother Alvin Dabrio, who went out and did some generous deed just around Women's Day. And so he gave some hampers to persons, and we want to say hats off to our dear brother Alvin Dabrio, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many of you all have paid a particular attention to it or whatever information that have been disseminated, and even one of the situations whereby a bulletin was sent out by the St. George's University whereby 3 of their students would have gotten ambushed or basically faced with what could be possibly robbery, right? To our understanding that one of the students might have had some scars or injuries due to that incident, and so an email was sent out at the St. George's University. And also we're hearing about robbery in the area of the Grannyville area, Grannyville going into Willis area, right? So we call on the RGPF for the series of activities that have started or we're hearing about. We hope that the Royal Grenada Police Force comes up with some competency and well-paid individuals that can aid in ensuring that the safety of our Grenadian people continues, and more so visitors alike, right? It is not a good image for us right now. And then if we ought to now deal with persons that are attending the St. George's University, I can say to you, ladies and gentlemen, we will be facing a lot of thunder if anything happens immediately after what we were just faced with. All right. So persons, we're asking, please to desist from such practices. The persons that are involved, if you're hearing my voice, if any family member or friend is aware that persons are involved, please contact the police, or you can go out yourself and sometimes defend yourself and your area by ensuring that those persons desist from such practices. All right. It is not looking good for us. All right. The meeting at the Manjalu RC school last night, after leaving the studio last evening, I went up there and it was fairly attended, good attendance. We were looking for that level of persons that we saw there. If we knew, we'd have had to call the police to aid in vehicular traffic. All right, because we had some hiccups in that light. But persons who were there was intrigued, were given information. Brother Boeing was there, Brother Peter David, Sister Emmeline Pear, she was also there also. The political leader and the past Prime Minister, he was there also. And we had Brother Nimrod Oliver, who was also there. And persons were so intrigued that it relates to the information that they would have received. Would you believe at the end of the meeting, they're asking persons to do questions, ask questions, but they would have gotten so much information, relative, factual information, that there was little or no question to be asked. Because the information that was given out, ladies and gentlemen, was, as I aforementioned, was factual, was informative, and it was no lie. It wasn't nothing that could be debated, right? It was saddening, however, that the members of the past administration would have to come again and enlighten things that they would have done. Some of the projects in which they would have started 50-60%, in which they would have started and has not yet ended due to the mere fact that this organization, this administration, did not continue with a lot of the initiatives, great initiatives that was placed in there by the past administration. But I'm certain that persons were intrigued and they got a lot of information last night, right? However, I have one question. It's not a question that must be answered now, because I'm one of the persons that I say to you guys, I have deceased from scrolling through Facebook into political areas where you find this level of contradiction and personal character assassination, right? I have deceased from wanting to be part of that, and so normally I stay within my little zone, right? But I am seeing persons talking about some chronic beggar. Who is that chronic beggar? I'm looking all over Facebook, and the persons are mentioning this chronic beggar. Who is it? I don't know. You all are leaving me in the dark. The principal is at the school and he's unaware as to what is going on in the different classrooms. I need to be updated also, don't you think? Right? You all got to give me a little bit of information, because we can't be there in the class and all these things happening in the corridor and so on. Two of the students would have answered, oh, he's you know when they say you have chronic illness. They say when you have chronic illness, it's a serious illness, eh? The word chronic. So to be a chronic beggar, it is it is different, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I want to send out a bulletin also, or some information. I don't know how many of you all are friends with the individual, or I'm seeing Glenda Robinson being online here with us today. Good evening. I want you all to send out a message from me, please, and we would make it public so the gentleman can see it. Mr. Rondell Robinson. Mr. Rondell Robinson. There are persons within the coastal areas, on the beaches especially, Grandlands area and so on and so forth. They are building on the beach. Mr. Rondell Robinson, there is a clarion call. Clarion call out for Brother Rondell Robinson. There are persons building on our beach, on our coastlines. Where is Brother Rondell Robinson when you need him? Brother Robinson, we have photos, we have videos to show you. If you're wanting to find out, contact me on 5365843. There are persons building on the coastlines, because we are quite aware that during the reign of the past administration, you are one of the person who stood steadfastly and stood against the administration of the past for allowing persons to build on our beaches. And now there are persons continuing such practice. Mr. Robinson, we clariously call for you, Mr. Robinson, to come out, speak up on the behalf of our Grenadian people on our coastlines, and our shores are being damaged. What is going on? Where is Brother Persuader? Where is Brother Persuader? There are persons building on our shores, on our coastline, on our beaches. Where is Brother Persuader? Where is Sister Claudette Joseph? There are persons building on our coastline. I don't like it. Where are you guys? We need you guys to come out. Stand up. Where are you? Adam in the garden hiding? Where are you guys? There are persons building and constructing things on our beaches. Come on. Where are you? Friends at the yachts. Come on. Ask for, where are you guys? During the reign of Dr. Mitchell, you guys were vocal. Petitions and all kind of media houses were on Grandlands Beach. They don't care that they're in high heel, they go and wet their foot. Where are the persons who stood steadfastly, who stood grounded, who was patriotic for our people and our people's coastlines? Where are you? Where are you guys? There are people bailing on the beach. People bailing on the beach. How could this happen in the reign of Rondell Robinson and brother Adrian Persuader? Where are you guys? We are clariantly calling on you all to make a walk down to Grandad's Beach. Go down to Grandad's Beach. Go take a look at the coastlines, the areas. Are we not calling on planning? Remember when brother Rondell went down there and made it clear that by Saturday there was some construction taking place, Silver Sands, if I clearly recall. And he said that by Saturday, if it doesn't move, and he wrote a letter to the Ministry of Planning, and if that didn't move, is what would have been done. Mr. Rondell Robinson, we're asking, where are you now? There are videos being made or provided, and not NNP supporters that are doing it. There are persons who may be making morning walks on the beach and they're videoing it and make it public. Where are you, brother Rondell Robinson, Adrian Persuader, Friends of the Yacht, Claudia Joseph? Where are you guys? You all are now sitting in the chair and persons are bailing on our beaches. What is going on? How can that happen under audio? Because all you didn't want it to happen under the past administration. You all stood up and made your voices be heard. My question is, at this stage, ladies and gentlemen, where are you guys? Where are you guys? We're asking. Sandra Ferguson, hey, you all know people, man. Ray Roberts. That's persons at the time who stood for Grenada patriotically. And any move made by the past administration that seemed to have at least taken away what was Grenadians' own, they stood steadfastly, sanctioning and asking, standing fast, forward ever, backward never. Brother Persuader, where are you? Where are you now? Where are the media houses? Remember the Prime Minister said this, you know. Where is it? Ready piece of clip? I'm getting it. The Prime Minister said this when he took office. Where is it? Play. Press play.
To strengthen the
Let me make sure you hear.
happening is that we have to strengthen the institutional framework that allows journalists to do their jobs, particularly as it relates to getting information from the government and the state. So we intend to pass the Freedom of Information Act that makes it easier for journalists and citizens to demand information from the government as to how they're conducting their business and affairs. And I think that will allow for journalists to be able to, when they ask the questions and the information is not being provided, to have a mechanism to demand that the information be provided.
Papa? Lest I forget. Lest I forget. Remember the song in church? We sing that in the same level. Lest I forget that ceremony. Lest we forget. He said so, you know. He gave you all the right to ask him anything. Freedom of Information Act to be passed because the media houses need to ask questions. So somebody just WhatsApp me and ask me one. So the media houses, somebody would like for the Prime Minister to speak on the length of time that he is renting and the cost of his renting. He gave you all the okay. But then, ladies and gentlemen,
a few moments later.
A few months later, when he gave that okay, when he said what he said, in the new signing in of the cabinet, media personnel were asked to stay outside. After making such a statement and speaking so eloquently as it relates to what he visualizes, that the transformation of his information in which he disseminates for the public's information and media houses to ask him anything, he tell them, listen to me, we're going to sign in with cabinet, don't come inside here at all. And nothing was said. Lest we forget. Lest we forget. Lest we forget. All of a sudden, a magician, somebody that pass and say that, and then they always want to condemn you. Listen to me. Well, listen to me now, Papa. One took the bravery and a way to come here to talk about it, to message me. We good. We're on a level. To say to me the information that I mentioned yesterday about number 10, she find it was rude. She said what I said, she find I had no, she looked at my program and she said she knows somebody that always have respect for persons and so on and so forth. So I asked her, I said, how many programs do you listen? She said she listened to all the programs, both NNP and NDC program. So I asked her if she listened to the program on that day.
Delma Thomas, Delma Damas Thomas, what's your name? That's all we have? Yes, sir.
I sent her the clip. I said, you didn't listen to the program
Thomas,
that...
Delma Damas Thomas, what's your name?
So, what I said yesterday, she talked to me, but I sent her the clip. But she sent me back a LOL. She tell me I like thing. She called me and she said, so you like thing? I said, well, how I like thing? I said, how I like thing? Listen to me. If we didn't get the opportunity, well, if the individual didn't go, we'd have do thing for she to go. Because I would have called Dr. Mitchell and I'd tell him this.
We throw blacktail, born in Google, Lohoban, incense. We doing all kind of prayers, reading Bible. We get oil from the church. We throw salt around the house. We pour garlic, lemon. We throw lime water, all kind of thing. Red lavender, ammonia, 7 spirit of springtime, all kind of thing.
If we didn't get rid, if we did not get rid of this individual, the party would have taken the time off. And that is what we would have done.
Born in Google, Lohoban,
we did doing thing.
We doing all kind of prayers, reading Bible. We get oil from the church. We throw salt around the house. We pour garlic, lemon. We throw lime water, all kind of thing. Red lavender, ammonia, 7 spirit of springtime, all kind of thing.
We had to get rid of some things that was toxic in the party. So don't come and tell me what I said was disrespectful when you all at the time on the other side when she sat in the chair. Oh, you call her all kind of name. All kind of name. And now I mention something that is mentioned and I am disrespecting the office of the Minister of Monge. How are you doing that? So when you compare what I said yesterday in basically telling an individual, if you're castigating anything on either side, you're basically bringing disrepute to you personally. That's what I said to the young lady. That is what I said. Because these people, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what it does do. They're forgetful on their own timing. They're lying on their own timing. And like they want us to forget. Like they want we to play like we don't remember. We remember all you said. All the things that was said, we remembered. who said it. We still have clips to tell all you when all you say it. I don't think that I disrespected the office of the minister. All I'm saying is that whether or not you try to make the present or past administration and you speak the word they, you're implementing yourself either way. Either way. So what are you talking about? That is all they do. We're waiting on the cabinet conclusion. I'm going back to that. We await the cabinet conclusion. Ask. And remember, the conversations here is me basically sticking to the point, that we want media houses. We want persons to now use your office. As the Prime Minister spoke about freedom and the Freedom of Information Act, we're basically today, and I took the opportunity to give you guys questions to ask. Because we don't want all you to play like all you forget. The cabinet conclusion, the last time we wrote and we asked for the cabinet conclusion from this present administration, when we got the reply, we got it for Carnival. None of you all remember we got that? Let me play the cabinet conclusion that we got from the National Democratic Congress. Listen to it. That is the only bit of information, and they didn't give us. Now we they give. They give us soca artists. They gave it to a soca artist. So we still, media houses, we're calling on you. We want to know about the cabinet conclusion. We're asking, please, to use your good office and give to us. Ask the government. So far, how much questions we have? We want to know what as it relates to the rent and the length of time and the spending of the renting of the Prime Minister. We want to know concerning the coastal lines and what the planning is planning to do about that. Then we want to know about the cabinet conclusion. We want to know. Che, no, it's called Questionable Wednesday. Because we're posing questions that I don't feel Che here the first. I don't feel Che heard the first clip. So let me play the clip for Che again. Because Che, I want to ask you.
That we have to strengthen the institutional framework that allows journalists to do their jobs, particularly as it relates to getting information from the government and the state. So we intend to pass the Freedom of Information Act that makes it easier for journalists and citizens to demand information from the government as to how they're conducting their...
So it's not throwback. It is not throwback Wednesday. It is asking the questions Wednesday. Because we want to know. We want to know because there were persons who said things in the past. While the past administration was there. Like Bong to lie. Let's hear Bong to lie now.
Our country is at the crossroads. What happens here on June 23rd will determine the fate of our country. It will determine whether we continue to slide down the slippery slope of economic ruin, or whether or not our country picks up and begins the process of transforming our economy and transforming our society. The answer to that question, sisters and brothers, will depend on all of us. Grenada is broken. Our agricultural system is broken. Our health system is broken. Our education system is broken. Our institutions are broken. But sisters and brothers, our society and economy is broken not because our people don't have the resources, not because our country does not have the resources, not because our people are not industrious and diligent and hardworking and resilient. Not because we do not have the talent. Our country is broken because we have a crisis of leadership in our country.
Bound to lie. Shameful man. Shameful man to stand and be a part of an organization, and he speaks as it relates to leadership. From 2008 to 2018, or maybe 2013, maybe a little bit after that, the National Democratic Congress see more changes in leadership than many other things would have seen changes in Grenada. But my question posed to Brother Nazimbok today, how say you, after making that statement during a campaign rally, and we are just a few months shy of 2 years, and speaking as it relates to how many things were broken and how many things needed fixing, how say you now we don't hear Brother Nazimbok? Where are you? Set of all you start to hide under the bushels. And like Zacchaeus, are you hiding in trees? But don't worry. Jesus' story said, come down, Zacchaeus. Come down. We know you're full of sin. Come down. Nazimbok speaks to the state about leadership. Not me that say the present political leader of your party says that the people gave you power in 2008 and there was an internal fight instead of doing the people's work. You too shame. After you stood in a rally and made that statement, he went to St. Lucia and tell St. Lucians in 2008 the Grenadian people gave you and others the opportunity to lead the state, but so much are infights, you all couldn't run the state. You should shame. Yeah. And still, I think he's being paid for that. He's been part of an investigation team. Well, again, another question posed for the media to ask. What is the status as it relates to the oil and gas investigation in which the same Brother Nazimbok is in charge of? That is the question. How much questions we have so far? Four questions thus far. And I show as long as we go in there, there are going to be more questions to be asked. The oil and gas investigation team, we're calling on the media houses. Ask the Prime Minister about that. All you want to know when is convention? All you want to know when is convention? Because every time they ask all you something, when is convention? When Dr. Mitchell is going to call a convention. But we go start the convention today. Now we start the convention. We go start a little convention today.
Election again here in Grenada. I know a lot of people go Balmoda. For 4 years we living in misery. We take so much pressure from NDC. Time now to make a change in the land and cast your vote for this election. Time to show them what we mean. Time to come out and vote for green. Come on people, get ready. We go bring back NLP. Time to fire the new driver, because the new driver can handle Grenada. People balling, can't take it no more.
Tell them.
We want back the
old driver. Till he better give us the key and go.
Listen to me. I tried to behave today, but you see, when they come with this stupidness, I don't get on stupid.
Let's go. Call them, call them. Wake them, wake them. Tell them. We voting and play again. Call them, call them. Wake them, wake them. Tell them. Go out there and call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. And we say, call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting and NP election day.
We don't change it at all.
Call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. Yeah. Call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting and NP election day.
Playing them tune fast. I go behave now. Somebody say they want to vote. I'm gonna behave now. You all gotta behave on yourself. Them people say they live for about 40 years in power. Some people start to get the election fever. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let's continue with the conversation. Now, if it's one person, I believe that sometimes the Lord speaks through his brother Andy Williams. You know why? Tell them why.
It is time, folks, for us to stand up and demand better. Back to the beginning. You are the employers. You are the employers. We are the employees. And stop. I want to appeal again, guys. I want to appeal again. Stop this party thing. If Andy becomes the MP of the South and Andy is doing crap, take him out. Bring someone else there that will do better. It's about country, not party.
Sometimes the Lord does use you in ways you would not believe. You don't believe that? You have times the Lord will speak through you. Not you for yourself, you know. But the Lord will speak through you. And so when the Lord speaks through you, he manifests the things that ought to be said, that should be said. And I like the way sometimes he uses Brother Andy. I like the way he speaks through Brother Andy, because he does speak the truth. You know, he begging to go. Yeah, you know, I don't go in, don't make me go. That's Brother Andy Williams. You know why he don't go and be a pastor or something? The boy could talk. Stupidness at times. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have what? 40 minutes? Comment section, phone calls, whatever it is. At this stage, we are going to accept whether phone calls or you are in the comment section and you want us to start a conversation. We can do so now. So we will take a few minutes. If we have any questions, query, you know, something that you, because it's interactive Wednesdays. And I want persons on the program. We are running a classroom. And the students don't say anything. So you have the opportunity now. You can call in, or you can send a message or comment in any way you want to. I would be able to, as I said, just make sure it's not insultive, obscene, threatening, or defamating anybody's character. Also try to be factual in the information also that you are disseminating. For the persons that are wanting to call in, you may need to call 536-5843. That is only on WhatsApp. So only on WhatsApp you might be able to call. All right. Now, you know, there are some days when the thing take me, I would just call somebody and have a conversation with them. I don't want to do that today. All right. So if you're wanting to call in right now, or you're wanting to maybe give us some information, please be mindful that you can do so now via my WhatsApp. All right, feel free to do that. All right. Somebody say a lot of Grenadians are bawling with their mouths closed because they are ashamed of the decision to vote for the administration in government. And that is what we've been discussing for the entire week. The level of silence, the utter silence that we have heard. All right. I don't know if one of our dear brothers is available. If I'm, somebody speaking about MNIB, right? And that's a salient conversation. Marketing board. So marketing board, a very important conversation. Now government would have mandated themselves that after dismantling MNIB, that September of last year would have been the time in which they would have at least be able to restructure the MNIB and be able to have our local produce as it was being displayed of a purchase at that institution. I don't know how many of you all have any other information concerning marketing board, but marketing board have become a silent conversation. Again, the utter silence. Media houses, we ask of you again. We ask of you again, media houses, that you ask those pertinent questions. Break off this attitude where I understand that government is asking you to send in questions when they're having press conferences. You guys need to take a stand as it relates to that. You guys need to take a stand as it relates to that. This is utter redundance. Because government need to put themselves up at this stage. Are we waiting for when they come and give us a nice propaganda 2-year presentation? And as he does, just go to Radisson, make and say all what he wants to say, and then he walks off? That is what we're waiting on. That is what we want. I have never seen an administration, a government, be so rare in terms of public conversation. I am wondering, even when you look at GIS, well, GIS had to block people. So we have to understand that is somebody's personal page. GIS becomes somebody's personal page. So they're deleting and blocking people as they damn well please. But when you look at the opportunities that the government gives to the public, or even the media houses, to ask questions, campaign promises, projects, all this information, what is going on with the investigation with Faith? The persons with the sanitization and securities that were supposed to get a pay, in which you all docked. What is going on with that conversation? Cabinet conclusion, the issue on the port, Grand Lake. So many questions to ask this administration, and they're not bringing it. They don't make, according to old people, they're not presenting themselves. They're not presenting themselves for persons to ask those questions. Remember the Prime Minister mentioning that persons could have stopped him and asked him questions? Well, you have to be an air hostess at this stage to stop the Prime Minister to ask him a question. You want to be a pilot or co-pilot or a hostess or some traveling agency in order to meet the Prime Minister now and ask him a question. I'm waiting for him to go to maybe England or Canada because I have sisters there. I might ask them to maybe ask him a question because I don't see him often. They see him more often than me. Or my family members in America. I would ask you guys that when you all see him, because we doesn't see him. And the Williams, who is not a leader of the party, has been the prime minister longer than the prime minister himself. Or have served as prime minister longer than the prime minister himself. Somebody is calling him a Ligaro. No! Not calling him that. Ligaro. No. He's a Sukunya. Ligaro too nice. He is a Sukunya. That is what he is. Because he here sucking the monies out of our coffers. Sucking the monies out of our coffers and traveling and making big line. Every day he going and drive according to Tangala. Don't doing nothing for the country. Promoting violence, and he lazy. And we should have seen the level of this man laziness. This man is the only person as a minister of government or a parliamentary representative who has within his constituency somebody to help him. Think about it. You don't believe Brother Persuader is doing more groundwork in St. David's or attempting to do more groundwork than him in St. David's, than him himself? Why do you think you know in St. David's? Because you believe Persuader there, man. If they don't talk to him, they go talk to Persuader. Who other person constituency has that opportunity? When you look at St. David's are 2 ministers of government. Where else have that? Think, I give all of the time. Think. Everything they give in first is in St. David's. The WASH program started in St. David's. They want to give out house now. It started in St. David's. Or he doesn't see the liquor thing and never don't see in politics, you know. And then he realized that he maybe want to speak to the people in the higher excellence area. And he realized that the only bois he really have around him is the little one in South. So every time he go in, he don't give in somebody with 42 the position, you know. He don't give in maybe a Cornwall who might say to him, watch now, when you come back here, you won't get a prime minister because you're playing the fool. Because maybe if he give Brother Cornwall or one of them, they might thief it. They might thief the prime minister position. And Brother Tellisford or one of them. One of them go take it because they realize that he's more out than in. But he giving the little bois in the south down there. And when you see him, he moving like them little doll and them in front, they don't put in vehicle and just shake your head. Yeah, just they. Elmo. Puppet. Shove your hand up his and make him talk. Bois. When you assess this administration, you see the corruption. You're looking around and you're seeing it. You're seeing that everybody just full in their pocket. A set of people with work, with no qualifications. And you see, this administration believes that certification is qualification. And let me tell you, that's what is happening in a lot of places. You know. Oh, certified. But are you qualified? You're certified to do something. Are you qualified? That's the question. And when the Prime Minister spoke about merit, those are the things that you need to put into perspective. How many persons are qualified around you? You have a close pin as an MP. Close pin minister. You had him when you get rid of him. You know, he's just studying online. Close pin. The clothespin minister they had up, so the one that was taking place and just build bus shed, and then now we're hearing that he has some family controversy. Clothespin parliamentary representative studying online. 2 sets of salaries for some people. GDB has become their home. Grenada Development Bank has become some of them home. Anytime the money run short, they're in GDB. Then they make the justification, oh, you had a loan inside long. Fast cash, he could not get money from it. Fast cash. 1 year, 2 years before the election. Anytime he walk into a bank, it could be 11:30 they closing it because they say, we don't open for business today. But he come into government and we hear millions of dollars. Millions of dollars to get money now. Information shown that his last loan, about 3 persons had to cover it. But he come now and he in office as a minister of government. And he getting loan like rain. Every time you see money go low, alone. Because he going and get a loan as the prime minister. Because the prime minister in whom we elected is not here. So anytime the fella in the south going for a loan, he going for the loan as the prime minister. So you get it. He had to sign the final document. I don't know when because listen to me. When the prime minister said to you guys that Grenada is going to have a plane, I thought that was a joke. He is the plane. He is the plane. Mitchell's airline. Because he in the air more than Liat and Biwi and them used to be. JetBlue have nothing on him. When the prime minister said to you guys that we were getting a plane, he was talking about himself. Mitchell's airline. Because from the time you miss him and you ask where he is somewhere in somebody else's country. So we did get a plane. When we voted him into office, that was the plane we got. Mitchell's airline. Because every time you miss him, the prime minister is out of state. You're going on GBN, you don't have to ask. You know what is the headline. Prime Minister Mitchell is out of state as he left brother Andy Williams. We know what is he on a take. Anytime you go on GBN, Prime Minister Mitchell has been out of state, he's gone into another gala. We know. Next topic. There is a killing incident in Guav or so on and so forth. The Prime Minister didn't make it. We know. Move on. Because we know. We are now aware that the Prime Minister is always out of state. The Prime Minister is never here. We are quite aware at this stage as a Grenadian people that when you ask, where is the Prime Minister? If you know, you don't know, your best guess is that he's out of state. Somebody asks you, you know, the Prime Minister is here? Just say no. Because even if it's yes, it's no. When the Prime Minister said that we were going to get an airline, he was talking about himself. Mitchell's airline. And so we have it now and we get it now like we don't know. Mitchell airline is on full flight. Whenever we miss it, we gone. Come and ask for the PM. All you like to pappy show all yourself too much. Pappy showing all yourself when all you don't know. We got the airline. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. We got the plane in which you stated that you would have gotten to us. Mitchell's airline. Somebody's asking a question. Where is the MP for Guav? Listen to me. She do day. Does Guav have a PM? That's the question posed in this honorable house. Does it have an MP for St. John? It don't have. Stop forcing your membrane. They are not there. They are not there. Believe it or not. Because the ability to govern country, ladies and gentlemen, and as Dr. Mitchell said, is getting to know your people. is getting to know your people. And Dr. Mitchell, who always says, 40 years in politics, 22 years as a political leader and prime minister. And one of the things you hear he always mention is being able to understand Grenadians is what got him to where he got to. You had to go on the ground. When you're always in the air, how you are going to know your people? How are you going to feel? How are you going to be empathetic? How are you going to be empathetic? How are you going to understand? And yet still, if you had a good administrative structure, even if the prime minister travels so much, there's supposed to be persons that even if the prime minister is not here, you're supposed to feel that level of leadership. You're supposed to feel that level of governance in the state. Because when Brother Bowen is in charge of Grenada, you still felt like if Dr. Mitchell was here. When Brother Elvin Nimrod, was in charge at times when Dr. Mitchell led the state, you felt like if Dr. Mitchell was still here. Because you felt that level of governance. It's like nothing changed. They knew what the routine was. Prime Minister leave here, he leave and go. There is a strike taking place at the mental institution, and the poor acting Prime Minister say, well, me don't know about that. I pass in. I pass in, I come and check somebody. I was checking somebody. And I hear them people in Monday strike. The acting Prime Minister of the state, you know. Strike action in Grenada, you know. He holds basically at the time the Minister of National Security, you know. So if the last line of war have to come as it relates to deployment of the last line of defense in Grenada, it's him, you know. Because if them fella decide to burn up there, it is with his instruction to the Private Commissioner of Police to say, set up SSU, set up RRU. But he said he don't even know that strike action taking place. They should build about 4 septic tanks around the Botanical Gardens right now, because there's a set of shit that coming out inside it. A set of mess. Just build septic tank around the Botanical Gardens and some of them office. A set of shit, mess that's coming out inside it. Pool. Set of waste of timers. Not understanding what leadership is. Not understanding what is governance. All you run in all your mouth. All you run all your mouth on Dr. Mitchell, man. He's a dictator. He no good. Hurricane Ivan. Grenada commended greatly as it relates to its recovery. COVID-19 recovered greatly. Finance Minister at the time recognized after COVID-19 within the region. Who held the position at the time? Prime Minister Mitchell. Keith Mitchell. Prime Minister take office, sworn in, 4 months, take Ministry of Finance. 4 months? 4 months. He cannot handle the state's purse. Some conductor better than you, even if they joke the bag. You can't handle the state purse. 4 months, and you have to run from the position. Look, you're in Ministry of National Security right now. Well, you have to build 2 back wall. Because the RGPF just going down the drain. 2 back wall and just clear it. And some culvert. And that is the RGPF because he's going down the drain. You in charge. Minister of Finance, National Security. Give up that too. Give up that too. 2 years. And and Brother Andy spoke about it. With us being the employer, them the employee. Probationary period is June 22nd. If you have to give an assessment as it relates to the persons in which you gave a job, what is your assessment? You are the boss now because you placed them there. And I'm talking to the NDC supporters now. You gave them the job. Appraisal time now. You have to appraise them now. They're going to just make probationary period. Are we extending? Are we making them permanent? are we extending the probation? I make the assessment. With all that have happened, go by ministry by ministry. I'll just split the Ministry of Health in two. One for those who are sane, one for those who are not insane. Somebody saying they're not getting no song from me? Somebody's not hearing me? All you have to split the Ministry of Health in two. One for sane people, one for mad people. All you forget that. Sporting directives in Grenada, you're asking the question, what is going on? Our Carifta team have a mere 2 weeks to train. Don't surprise if you see one or two of them running barefooted. Sister Glenda, CBI program is a whole program, you know. You have to take a whole day. And I'm jumping into CBI next week. And I'm jumping into CBI next week. I'm giving them CBI fire for themselves. People, I'm getting an important call. And that call is of paramount importance. And let me, because it cut off, let me call back that person. I like when that person calls me. I like when they call me. I'm praying that they do answer. I doesn't want to miss important call. You have to know when VIP call you. I'm hoping that they do answer. They call me by mistake. I'm hoping not. That they would return the call. Anyway, let's continue. So CBI. We are going to CBI. Because laws. The person calling back. Pleasant good afternoon to you, ma'am. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Principal.
Good evening to you, ma'am. And how are you?
I'm pretty good.
Yes.
I am on the road, and actually I was going to see if it was still on, and I have my hand rang you instead. So I just want to say good evening. I want to commend and compliment you on your excellent program.
Thank you, ma'am.
On your authentic, factual information that you pass on to us, and to encourage you to continue. Do not be discouraged by the naysayers.
Thank you.
There will always be naysayers, but continue to do. Yep. Continue to do your good work. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yes.
Now, when you're getting encouragement like that, chronic beggars must beg. Because when you have people around you who support you and show you love like this, random call. She may thought I was off the program, so she just wanted to give me that level of commendation and recognition and encouragement off. But I let her. Because if I say tomorrow, she might tell me to show him the phone call. As he asking me to show him WhatsApp messages. But this is Sister Clarice Modest coming. Female politician recognized throughout the region. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, they get a little recognition the other day as a young minister. And they posted it. Greatest accomplishment. Job not done. Yeah, Che, I see everything. I see everything. I'm a trained police officer. I pay attention to my external surrounding. So things that you think I don't see, I see it. Not everything needs the attention when you're on point. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the encouragement needed. And you see, if the administration at present is doing their jobs correctly, you don't believe they're getting phone calls like this? Let's be honest. If this present administration was doing a good job, just like how a recognized individual could call me and say, job well done, I think that they would have gotten those calls. But they get one call to congratulate them when they won the general election. Dr. Mitchell say, I'm a man, I'm a politician. I've grown into politics. I'm not liquor boy in politics. And he decided, he said, listen to me. Even if I don't want to do it, let me call the present political leader and prime minister, even if he was not yet sworn in, and congratulated him. Man, leadership, responsibility, understanding. Dr. Mitchell said, let me call him. Dr. Mitchell called him, extended his congratulation, and I understand he even extended the fact that if he wants to walk along with him, you know, he can always call on him for experience sake. What did he do? 2-3 days after, oh, me, I never called Kid Mitchell. Kid Mitchell that called me. Immature, idiotic, foolish, not understanding the growth and responsibility as it relates to accepting defeat. Man call you, he lost, but he call you and he congratulate you. But you go and tell you get the nation, hell, he called me not call him, me didn't want to talk to him. Me didn't want to talk to him, me just called, he called me and I answered the phone. But as Dr. Mitchell said, you don't get in another phone call. London Bridge could fall down, but you don't get in another phone call. And it's that. Because you see, when you don't understand the job in which you uphold and the description and specification that goes with it, then, ladies and gentlemen, you're left in tata. Nothing for you. You just feel like you know everything. You is know it all. So that is why you're left in the wilderness today and you're getting fire from state, outer state, internationally, outer internationally, if there is something of that sort. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 9 minutes past the hour of 7 and we have gone way into the time in which we usually end. And so I would like to say to you guys, and as somebody mentioned it, it has been a great week of ClassRoom, won't you say? It has been a great week of ClassRoom and class in session. Because I promise you guys, as it relates to being more committed to the program, informative, you know, digging deeper. People, there are things that we kick aside. And every time in my program, you would hear me say this. Educated democracy is you understanding that he or she supports whom they believe in. And you must respect that. Somebody says they are NDC, they support NDC. You respect the fact that they democratically, they have the right to do this. A man has the right to eat chicken or chips or fish and chips. Respect that. But there is nothing wrong in saying to him, listen to me, if you're eating chicken day or you're eating fish day, be careful, that person is not that hygienic. There's nothing wrong in that. And maybe give them reasons why. Oh, well, Ministry of Health closed them down. I don't know if you know. And that is the same thing of life and democracy. An individual on the other side of the table. And you say we're not on the same side, but this is what my perspective is about this. And we may disagree. We may disagree. But we need not to dislike. We could disagree, and that is life. We don't have to agree on everything. You look on Facebook, GBSS, SAS, we saw the difference in persons and who side they took. But why fight over it? We support who we support and we move on. Many things were said as it relates to the past administration. Dr. Mitchell got his blows and all other members of cabinet. And he served there for 22 years. You're barely going and take 2. You don't even bust it yet. So even if you're getting the heat from civilians or citizens, electorates, in their displeasure as it relates to your governance, you have to take it. You have to take it. You understand me? Ladies and gentlemen, the NNP Carrico and PD Martinique New York chapter, they present Spring Fever Brunch. Alright? With a pop of color. That is 302 East 91st Brooklyn, New York. I showed Che would be a part of this one. $25 get you your brunch. You can... No, sorry, that will be held on April 20th at 12 p.m. You can contact Nisha, Jacinta, Wilson, or Tanti Moll. Alright, enjoy great music and ice cold bar. Also do awaits you. DJ Gemini would be your DJ on the inside. Sailors Promotion and Simeon's Grocery and Bar presents Village Bingo. It's the edition, $5,000 on Saturday the 30th of March 2024. Simeon's Bar at Paul's at 5 p.m. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the team is at the Chantimel Archie School with Dr. Mitchell, Sister Emmeline Pear, Sister Clarice Modest, and Brother Victor Philip. They would be again disseminating information of relevance in which we as Grenadians need to listen to and be a part of. Alright, I did attend the one out there in Monjulu last night, and I can tell you it was well attended, and persons, I believe, just like myself, who might not have had the information needed, they must have gotten that there last night. Alright, so go ahead out there, the persons out there in St. Patrick's West, go out to the Chantimel RC School tonight, where you would get more information. It is a meet the people sort of experience. The thing that the National Democratic started, but they can't fulfill at the end. Alright? So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of this evening's program. I believe I may need to go back. I believe this is, or this has been, right, so I believe this has been one of my largest viewing that I've ever seen. I saw it went up to just about 2 something. I think at one time I had a 271 at one time. Let me go over to YouTube. I'm seeing views of 673 and the concurrent viewers is 254. So if you look over on the YouTube page, I think more persons were viewing on the YouTube page. So Facebook, we got a lot of work to do, because we're seeing here that the views have been 6 something. It went into 673, somewhere thereabout. And the concurrent viewers, persons that always look, is 254. And over on Facebook, we seen that we'd have touched just about 200 and something, right? So it means somewhere or the other, ladies and gentlemen, I think you all are enjoying the information that I'm disseminating. And God's blessings to each and every one of you who usually take the opportunity to give me a listening ear. As I said, I don't exalt myself as being the most educated person. I sometimes depend on your information, things that I interact with people on a day-to-day basis as it relates to their standings of the political view, and sometimes go back, to just give information. Give information to just see, intrigue your mind. Sometimes it may sound repetitive, but sometimes it's reminders. Sometimes you need to jot your mind back and say, and somebody new may say, but they say that in the campaigning truth, and then you're like, oh yeah, they said it, right? So ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing Che saying good night, soon link up. Yeah, brother, that is a fact. We will soon link up. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so very much for viewing. God's blessings to each and every one of you, from my household to yours. See you again next Monday. Don't forget, tomorrow we have Sister Jenny's program. I don't air again on Thursdays. For those of you all who have not been here for a while, I don't air on Thursdays. I only air now on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesday. We have given that opportunity so that Sister Jenny's program could be viewed, because it is very informative. Even myself, I find myself viewing it at times. All right. Talking Point program would be on tonight, and we're back again from Sunday to Sunday. You will get information as it relates to government, information to social and political issues. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say have a blessed evening. God's blessings to each and every one of you, and we will see you again next Monday. All right, do have yourself a wonderful weekend.
Oh
On Saturday, March 30th, Easter Saturday, marks 20 years of New Face Promotions signature event. Are you ready for Revo Dance 20? Revo Dance 20. Wait, what? Yes, the Golden 20 at Caribbean Breeze, 276 Belmont Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. And this year, we're doing it spectacular, featuring live from Grenada, Dash, Mr. Golden. And from New York, Kush and Alma Boy. Doors open 10 p.m. Showtime 12 midnight. Get your $50 tickets now. More at the door. And are available from West Cuisine, Universal Barbershop, Shanda on East 53rd and Claxon. Or call 347-304-5453 for more details. Cash App or Zelle accepted. Dress code Camo or Army Green. And you must be 21 and over. Your DJs coming to shell down the dance. Queen D Fire, DJ Silence, DJ Little B, DJ Synergy, DJ Naughty Vibes. From Grenada, Selector Beast. Hosted by Mad Vibe. It's Revo Dance 20. Saturday, March 30th. Caribbean Breeze, 276 Belmont Avenue. Sponsored by Pascal's Wood Flows Inc., A1 Construction, EU Clothing Line, and City Sound Radio. Revo Dance 20. The Big Dance.
The things I see